Have you ever considered this? Why is solitude such a common thread woven through the tapestry of human experience, especially for those we often call the chosen ones? There stands a figure, seemingly alone, surrounded not by the shadows that symbolize loneliness, but by the quietude of solitude, a curious interplay between silence and what some might call divine orchestration. In a world bustling with noise and distraction, they seem to hear a different rhythm. This journey into isolated depths isn't about societal exclusion or a shunning of companionship. No, it's an avenue to forge something deeper within oneself, a path walked by many who seek understanding beyond the surface, who strive to comprehend their place in the vast web of existence. These are individuals who have felt an inexplicable calling, a beckoning towards something greater, something eternally enigmatic yet profoundly simple. Throughout history, figures of greatness have navigated this solitary path. From philosophers to prophets, artists to inventors, they often found clarity not in the presence of others, but in the echoes of their own thoughts, in the embrace of silence that allowed them to listen deeply to the whispers of their soul. The concept of the chosen one is not limited to tales of ancient heroes or chosen prophets. Indeed, it resides within anyone who feels a pull towards destiny, a sense of purpose that transcends the mundane. But why, you may wonder, does this path require solitude? Could it be that this period of isolation is not an absence of company, but a presence of something else, something divine? Imagine a young woman, Clara, who feels as if life has handed her a map, yet the terrain is blank. Each step in her journey seems to lead not to others, but back to herself. Her friends, familiar with the energy she once shared, notice the shift not as a retreat, but as some inward journey. Confused and concerned, they ask, "Why are you isolating yourself?" Even she wonders, at times, why she is drawn towards solitude. Is it simply life moving her away from the crowd, or is there another force at play? The world around her spins with endless movement, a cacophony of thoughts and connections, yet within her soul desires stillness. This internal musing brings us to the heart of the Stoic teachings, amor fati, the love of one's fate. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, once said, "Nothing happens to any man that he is not formed by nature to bear." Solitude in this light becomes not a burden, but a challenge perfectly suited for Clara's growth. It is her fate to be alone, because only then can she truly come to know herself. As days turn into weeks, Clara finds herself walking through nature, a tapestry woven with whispers of ancient wisdom. Every leaf, every rustling of the wind speaks to her in a language not of words, but of understanding. The vast sky, with its indifferent gaze, mirrors her soul, a silent guardian and a silent teacher. In these moments, she begins to see solitude not as exile, but as communion with another kind of presence. It's an opportunity, it seems, to converse with the universe itself. Here, she's not hindered by societal expectations or the noise of trivial desires. Rather, she's privy to the profound discussion between destiny and free will, the constant negotiation between the paths we dream and the roads we tread. And yet, solitude tests her. Her patience, her virtue, her very essence is challenged. Emotions dance uncontrollably within her, doubts nip at her newfound peace, and the question lingers, why me? Why must she be one of the chosen, destined to walk this path seemingly alone? But isn't this the very essence of Stoic thought? To find peace and purpose amidst the storm? Seneca once remarked, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Clara's solitude was not a pitfall of loneliness, but a mirror reflecting her fears and hopes, a crucible where her true metal could be tested and forged. The true turning point arrives not with fanfare, but in the silent observation of a lone pine tree standing firm against the relentless wind. In its resilience, Clara sees herself, a solitary beacon of strength buffeted by the tempests of life. She realizes then that solitude isn't an ordeal, but a training ground, a test to cultivate inner virtues of patience, reflection, and strength. In accepting her solitude with grace, Clara embraces the wisdom of Epictetus. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Her solitude is not an enemy, but a sacred space for self-realization, a quiet companion guiding her towards profound clarity and purpose. This choice, the voluntary embrace of solitude, unlocks within her an inner sanctuary, a place where unfulfilled aspirations and nascent dreams converge. In this state, she finds a profound serenity and strength, deeper connections, not with others but with herself, with the universe, and indeed with the divine. As we draw this narrative to a close, reflect upon this. Solitude, for the chosen ones, is not isolation from the world, but a sacred dance with destiny. It's a cherished space where we learn not just to listen to our own voice, but to the silent symphony of the universe. In solitude, we find the courage to love our fate, to be steadfast like the pine amidst the storm, to discover that within the stillness, we are truly never alone. The divine, ever-present, whispers softly, guiding us through the labyrinth of our own making to emerge as our truest selves, possessing not just knowledge, but wisdom tempered by solitude.